Hi, I'm Dr Gav Schneider. Let's talk about fear and harm. To understand how we respond as individuals is really important when we look at risk management, resilience, and presilience. We need to look at a continuity of performance, my ability to keep going even when things get tough. But ideally, if I'm good at risk management, I should be able to minimize negative outcomes and maximize positive ones. So part of the challenge we've got is understanding how we respond to fear and harm. We can divide harm into various categories. Just for an understanding perspective, I like to look at real harm, which is triggered by real fear. These are the things that would actually hurt you, actually cause a negative disruption, and are based on factual evidence and intelligence based on what's happening around you. So we need to manage them, and in many of those cases, our fight or flight response actually is an effective response against those life or death type real fear-based response requirements. We then talk about perceived fear, and the challenge we have is that perception is reality to the perceiver. So if I believe something is a challenge, I will respond the same way as if it was real, and I may land up wasting a lot of time, effort and energy based on a perceptive response as opposed to a factual response. So one of our objectives in building really good System 1 decision making should be to strive to minimize and eliminate perceived fears, so we know that if our intuition or gut instinct is kicking in, our System 1 decision making, that it's based on a reality and not a perception. That takes a lot of work to actually achieve. We also have variables that come into play like social harm, where we respond almost the same way as if we were actually attacked based on social interactions. And this causes a lot of psychological distress and challenge.